Sam, I can perform reconnaissance for you if you like. After all, there's no telling what might be waiting for us ahead.
Okay.
Ready to launch. All right, I'm coming in. Mechanical, you said?
Came in handy. Thanks for the help.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Wasn't expecting a porter of all people to drop by. Most folks would have had Buckley's chance of making it out this far. Betting it was the government that sent you my way. They've got an eye for talent. Good on you. Couldn't have asked for better service. I don't know where you find the energy to do all this work, but I'm glad you do.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I appreciate what you've done for me, really. But I'm afraid I can't agree to becoming a part of this chiral network of yours. To be frank, I don't trust you drawbridge people yet. There's also no end to the dangers in these parts. And if you haven't got what it takes to face them, you'll die like all the rest. Complete my latest order, though, and I might be persuaded to reconsider. If it strikes you as an unreasonable request, you may as well go home now. There's no shame in recognizing when you're out of your depth. You gotta know what you can and can't handle if you want to survive out here. All of which is to say you shouldn't go off half-cocked and throw your life away. Are we clear?
Take care, Sam.
Are you injured, Sam? Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
Have a go at that. You actually managed to bring it back, did you? I'm genuinely surprised. Let me get a closer look at it. The contents look... You are no average porter, mate. That much is crystal clear. I suppose I ought to hold up my end of the bargain. Get out your Cupid and finish the job.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
So this is what it's like being all hooked up and wired in. At any rate, looks like the schematics for my trusty shooter and darling little smoke grenades are in your hands now. The form is a custom design of mine. Uses tranquilizer darts. Makes a hell of a bang when fired though. So keep that in mind. Just a shame our paths couldn't have crossed sooner. Maybe this world of ours wouldn't have been so divided. And maybe my mates wouldn't have had to die. Hey now, don't knock them till you've tried them, alright? Granted, you can't neutralize an enemy with one. But they are effective at blinding them and giving you cover. Far more than you probably realize. And even if they do open fire, you'll find that their chances of actually hitting you are slim to none. Which means that even if you've alerted them with one of your own shots, you'll have no trouble disengaging and repositioning. Properly utilized, they're a great tool for disrupting enemy attacks and buying you room to regroup. Furthermore, if you happen to have a sensor or something similar on hand, you can use it to track enemies through the smoke, making things pretty one-sided. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Or, if you're the kind of bloke who'd rather get up close and personal, you can chuck one at their feet, waltz right up to them unseen, turn a firefight into a fist fight. I assure you, once you've learned how to use these little beauties to their full potential, you'll have a heap of new tactics at your disposal. Experiment, see for yourself. My sniper rifle. It's configured to fire tranquilizing rounds. An ideal choice for those who prefer to get the job done without undue bloodshed. Bit of advice though, make sure you engage your enemies at a healthy distance. It's not a silenced weapon, so fire too close and they'll be all over you before you have time to react. And don't think about taking a shot until you've planned your next move. Any sniper worth their salt stays mobile, constantly securing new vantage points to evade detection. And always remember to account for bullet drop when shooting at extreme ranges. In a nutshell, you might need to aim at a point a notch or two above your target, depending on the distance. And finally, you want to hold your breath to steady your aim before gently pulling the trigger. Having left that life behind, I've no need for guns any longer, but that doesn't mean they can't be of use to you. It may sound like a bit of a yarn, but my friends and I supported the government's plans to rebuild Australia. To defend ourselves against those who had other ideas, we had no choice but to take up arms. It ended up costing most of us our lives. All because of me. The commander. You've seen what became of them. My mates are the Watchers scattered all over this hill. Mixed in with all the enemies we slaughtered. And for what? Deep down, we were all the same. Blokes who called this land our home. Was it worth all the struggle, all the bloodshed, for the world we shared to be reduced to this? So, I left the military behind. Decided I had to go it alone. I had to figure things out. Were we all just doomed to die and become Watchers? Was that the only way for us to come together? Now fuck that. There was another way. Before it all went to hell, we should have tried to find common ground. And now, with your chiral network, that might finally be feasible. Working with the government too, maybe. For all that and more, I hope you don't let me down. Righto, Sam. I know you got places to be, but an order just came in that caught my eye. Seems our friends over at the government shelter might be in a bit of strife. If you're willing to look into it, you can review the details by checking the sub-orders on the delivery terminal here. Might be a good occasion to fabricate a sniper rifle with the data I just shared, if you take my meaning. Anyway, think it over, would you?
Yeah, this is nice. Someone's out there.
A word of warning, Sam. That sniper rifle doesn't appear to be equipped with a suppressor, meaning it will make considerable noise when fired. Take care not to attract the enemy's attention. Wait, we're not missing some cargo, are we, Sam?
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
You've recovered everything then. Great, let's get it delivered.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
How you doing, Sam?
My name's Sam. Somebody lend me a hand.
Good morning, Spirit.
Right here.
Well, retrieved that cargo from those troublemakers, did you? We're all very grateful. Now, let's review the order details. cargo is in exceptional condition. We'd given up all hope of ever seeing this. I'm so glad he managed to bring it in. I want you to have this data. It'll help you in your work. We've designated more materials for your use. Don't hold back on our account.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Got our hands on those bastards' gear now. And it's all thanks to you. With this tech, we should have no trouble whatsoever monitoring and tracking their movements from here. Also, something tells me you've earned the Lone Commander's respect. Call it a hunch, giving you more imposing aura. I reckon the Golden Fist and the Island Inventor will be keen to meet with you. He's a combat specialist who used to be stationed at Cape Fort Knot, which was a settlement located to the north of West Fort Knot. Anyway, he was a champion boxer, so he excels at close-range engagements, as one would expect. One time, when he heard a group of trigger-happy arseholes were getting ready to attack Cape Fort Knot, he went out alone and took the lot of them down with his bare hands. I'm honestly not sure how he's getting on these days, but if you could bring him into the chiral network, you would gain the support of a powerful ally. Strange sort of fella, if I'm being honest. He set up shop on an island he never leaves so he could devote himself to his research. And if you head north from here, past West Fort Knot, you'll come across a lonely island just off the coast. As for this, research, I've only met him once myself. And I couldn't make head nor tail of whatever the hell it was he was trying to build. But perhaps you'll have better luck than me if you decide to pay him a visit. You're damn right I do. His skills as a soldier and leader were second to none. A marksman like you wouldn't believe. And not just with a rifle either. He once captured an enemy outpost with nothing but his custom handgun for company. If you can find a way to gain his trust, I'm sure he'll have something of value to teach you. But the poor bloke still holds himself responsible for the death of his comrades. Wrongly, in my opinion. The way I see it, if he couldn't save them, then no one could. This is a chiral anti-gravity device that can be attached to your backpack. Slap it on and your cargo will feel significantly lighter. And the more of them you use, the more noticeable the effect becomes. Any porter ought to appreciate a piece of kit like this. I'm sure you'll be a big fan.
Order completed. Well done. Order accepted. Thank you.
Everything's okay.
Please give it your all.
Hey, man. This one's for you. trouble nearby.
You a Porter? Those brigands, are they all gone? Wow, this is a relief. I was beginning to think I was done for. Give me a moment to confirm the order details. That was incredible. Wouldn't want to get on your bad side. You seem like a... Go on, use your Cupid to get us online. Quickly now. I'll feel a lot safer once we're all hooked up.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Online at long last. This ought to do wonders for our ability to monitor chiralium levels by the plate gate, as well as keep an eye on the tar currents. More accurate data will definitely make travel safer for you and your friends aboard the DHV Magellan, too. Ever since the plate gate appeared, we've been seeing increasingly dramatic anomalies all throughout the Australian continent. Some theorize that the UCA's connection to the chiral network destabilized all areas without coverage. But what's done is done, though. Our best bet is to follow suit and connect Australia too. It may also serve you to know that there are 4 environmental observatories, including this one. If you can bring them all onto the network, we're confident we'll be able to calculate where and when the next plate gate will appear. Anyway, you should already have access to the data we designated for you. Now, if we could only manage to get that old road patched up and usable. Well, there's our schematic for an MP shell variant grenade. MP shells explode on impact, and are non-lethal munitions that can not only incapacitate humans, but also deal corrosive damage to mechs. And while they're not as effective as blood grenades, they can definitely hurt BTs too. In any case, you might want to keep a few stashed in your grenade pouch at all times. We've also shared data for a grenade pistol. While it's only good for a few shots, this gun lets you fire MP shell grenades as projectiles. Its small profile means it packs easily as cargo and won't get in the way. Naturally, it'll fit snugly into any handgun holster as well. Our last contribution is the Battle Skeleton. Like other skeletons you may have used, it increases your maximum carrying capacity and movement speed. This particular model also provides additional protection. However, when you boost it to move faster, or whenever you benefit from its damage reduction capabilities, it'll consume battery power, so make sure you have enough to spare. If you find yourself running low while on the road, you'll need to use a generator or borrow a private room somewhere to recharge. You ought to take one out for a spin. It once ran through this region. Saw quite a lot of traffic from what I hear. If you scrounged up enough materials to keep the autopaver fed, you could make it just like it was back in the old days. But it's not like we have everything you'd need just lying around. Restoring roads is a massive undertaking, to put it mildly. Having said all that, east of this facility, you'll find the Smoke Hill mine. Get them operational and processing ores again, and you should have no trouble securing the requisite materials. I've posted a sub-order for this task, so take it on if you're interested. We can't thank you enough, Sam. Before you go, you've been getting a lot of praise for all your hard work. And in recognition of this, it seems you've been officially cleared to take on standard orders. Between the harsh conditions and the violent outlaws, there are fewer and fewer folks willing to serve as porters these days. But there's no shortage of people who need help. So I encourage you to take a look if you're interested. You can review the available requests by bringing up the list via your ring terminal. You'll find a new sub-order too. We need someone to restore the mine. Bet you could benefit from having it operational as well. Anyway, thanks again for going above and beyond. Best wishes and safe travels to you, my friend.
That's some good work, Sam. The DHV Magellan's parked not too far from your position. You'll be able to pick up your next order on the ship. But before that, you should head back to your room and rest up. I imagine you're both pretty tired. You and Dolman.
Order completed. Well done.
Sam, look. There are wild animals nearby. Such creatures are rare and precious. Friends to be protected. I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. Perhaps we could take a break? Talking in your sleep. Kept repeating the name Amelie.
Sam, Tarman here. I'd like to brief you on this next order of yours. Once you're ready to head out, access the delivery terminal on the DHV Magellan to proceed.
So, the files say you worked with Amelie to connect everyone in the UCA to the chiral network. But that despite your best efforts, an extinction event known as the Last Stranding seemed destined to kill us all. Until Amelie found a way to put a stop to it. She single-handedly sealed off the extinction entity's beach, preventing countless BTs from invading our world, and in doing so, saved humanity. But why am I telling you this? You were there to witness it all with your own two eyes. And you, of all people, must know that humanity can never truly escape extinction. The ultimate goal of Drawbridge's mission is to overcome the Death Stranding. If we succeed, we will be fulfilling Amelie's dying wish. At least that's how I see it. You know, it looks as though you've been issued a few different hats, Sam. Why not experiment and switch up your headgear to suit your mood? You can also change the outfit I'm wearing if you like. I shall put my faith in your impeccable sense of fashion. So in order to survey an area, I have to rely on a very special power. My strength of will, you might say. The requisite focus can be rather exhausting, but I'm happy to grin and bear it since it's for your sake. So, if you deem it necessary, feel free to send me airborne as many times as you like. It won't use up any battery or chiral crystals either. All it requires is that I place my absolute faith in you. Which I do, so don't hesitate to ask for help. Out of curiosity, Sam, did you notice that the mirror above your sink displays images of the outside world? These images change as we travel and actually show what's waiting for us outside the DHV Magellan when we disembark. Prolonged living inside an enclosed space can be bad for one's mental health due to the unchanging environment. That's why I asked Tarman to implement this particular feature. A digital photo frame, so to speak. An easy-to-understand name, don't you think? Though I'm the only one who calls it that. Anyway, it'll give you a preview of our surroundings. That's sure to have some practical benefits. Showers these days are truly impressive, Sam. They really are. They're able to collect all the minute chiral crystals from your wastewater and repurpose them for later use. The ones on board the DHV Magellan are the latest model. You would do well to use them regularly. It's important to remember that defeating BTs isn't the same as eliminating a threat once and for all. These entities are simply being driven back to the world of the dead for the time being. Are you all right, Sam? What was that just now? Did something happen?
Sam, about the next site we wanted you to bring online with the Cupid. It seems we have a little problem. The tar currents nearby have grown unstable. Under these conditions, it's unlikely we'll be able to establish a chiral network connection. Our scans have identified a potential cause. An unknown device located within a brigand outpost to the north of West Fort Knot. It's hardly an elegant solution, but we need you to destroy it. When you're ready, take on this main order to proceed. The client in this case is the musician. I can't wait to hear what he has to share with the network. Don't let us down, Sam.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
Hey Sam, this is Tarman. The disruptor device we need you to disable is located in this area. You should have no trouble whatsoever destroying it using MP bullets or MP shells. Alternatively, consider getting close enough to access the device directly. You can use your ring terminal to have APAS hack into it, allowing you to disable it without resorting to brute force. Be advised though, Sam, that some of the brigands you'll encounter on site will be wearing armor protecting both their heads and bodies, and that every one of these armored units will be wielding a rod. No doubt their aim is to fortify themselves against ranged attacks, allowing them to move in and engage you at close quarters. In light of this development, we've gone ahead and added armored enemies to our VR weapons and combat training programs. This way you can experiment with various methods and find a means of dealing with them that's suited to your personal strengths. That's all the information I have for now. Review your potential routes and finalize your equipment loadout before heading out. We're counting on you, Sam.
Well, take good care of the DHV Magellan.
Good morning to you. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.